I came to Newberg about 2 years ago. I moved from another town that I'd been in quite a while, and it was not going well there. And actually, some social workers through her church brought me to Love Inc. I needed to get stabilized, and they provided that for me. They just made me trust them right away. And I was pretty guarded and not trusting. They said, "We'd like to invite you to the women's transitional living program." And that was just so a nice way of putting it. I actually came from an abusive, violent situation. I left there with, and I arrived here with 4 t-shirts, 2 pair of shorts, it was July, and plastic sandals. I did have my purse, my meds, and a sleeping bag. That's what I left with. I would say everything was provided me. And I began to love Newberg. I walked everywhere, no vehicle. I was actually out in the garden of the house when Kim walked by, and we knew each other's names, we had introduced, and so she walked by and said, "Come on, we're starting a new session." So I went over at the 11, and I didn't go into the fellowship area. It wasn't quite there yet, and I was just myself. And that says a lot about my journey here, taking that first step. And with growth and support, I was able to take that first step many, many times here. While in the house, I began to seek out volunteer opportunities. I also went to the school district office, and it was, when school starts, who would want some assistance in their classroom. And somebody did, and it's a wonderful kindergarten classroom, bilingual. I loved the classroom, got to know the kids. I was Miss Jeri, and then I was Grandma Jeri. So the first day that I volunteered in the kindergarten, we did a science lesson and involved painting. At the end of that day, I was at the sink cleaning up. As I told the teacher, I'm just extra eyes and extra hands. And I was there at the sink, and I got this feeling right here in my chest. And it was so overpowering, and the words were in my head. Your teaching skills aren't gone. You do have to give. And they were only dormant, Jeri. Sometimes when you retire, you kind of lose track, or you're not that identity of, you're a teacher, a wife, a mom, whatever, community activist. And I was picking up an identity there, and I was becoming known. And through Love Inc., I was able to take transformational, relational classes. Started with faith and finance, and then boundaries, and shame no more, which helped fill in those gaps that I was feeling of, am I necessary? Am I worthy? I'm 71, but that's a lot of decades. Someone asked me, when was the last time you were happy, or do you have any dreams? That's where I was so wounded when I arrived here. And I had to get to the point where, yeah, God forgave me. He forgives me. And that really has allowed me to forgive others. And I've been working on that for about 1.5 years. I'll never be done. We aren't. After that, I did get a place to live, and I'm in a neighborhood. I have wonderful neighbors that I've met and care about them, and they say, you're a wonderful neighbor, it's good to hear. So that's a gift to me that I really didn't expect. I am out of debt. I have no credit cards, so that was a major step in my being able to get an apartment. I come here and I hear my name and I get a hug. When you're my age and live alone, you miss that. I miss that. And I get it here, genuinely, just because I exist. Just like God, just because I exist. Belonging. I think that's the word for this church has given me. Belonging, and room to grow, and accepting me as I am, wherever I am on my journey. At Love Inc., I said, I don't deserve this when things came, and the person I was with said, none of us deserve it. And that's when I learned deeply about grace. Yes, mercy and my forgiving journey this year, but grace cannot be earned. And when I'm anxious or afraid now, I know what to do. Go to the Word. Go to the Word. I've enjoyed Bible studies. I go to several that fit me and my growth, and I've sought them out. And to sing and praise to the Lord with people of like-mindedness is wonderful. Yeah, the Lord is alive. He's alive in us.